Today, one of these four players will win a fabulous trip to New Orleans as we play America's most popular hidden word game, Boggle, the interactive game. And here's your host, Wink Martindale.
Well, thank you very much, Randy West. Thank you, players. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Boggle, the interactive game. We have an exciting new game now where not only do the players here in the studio compete, but several times during the course of the show, you at home will get a chance to win prizes by playing a game very similar to the one we're playing right here. All you need is a touch-tone telephone. Please stick around for that, will you? Let's meet our four studio players. First off, this is Shelley Morris, a homemaker from Woodland Hills, California. This is Dawn Denoon, a word processor from Moundsville, West Virginia. Brian Ross is a writer from Encino, California. And David Dickstein is a public relations executive from Los Angeles, California. Applaud yourselves. You deserve it. Yes. The highest scores after 5 words will move on to round 2. Now, you at home can practice playing the game by going for the same words that our players are trying to find in our grid, using your own touch-tone phone. Let's get started by looking at the first Boggle board. Here's your grid of letters, players. We'll use this grid to find the 5 words in this round. And the first clue is Comics Detective Tracy. This begins with a D. How about it? Did you push the letters star, O, 9, and 8? If you did, you spelled out the word Dick using the letters on our grid. Everybody did it except Shelley. Shelley had a little problem with that. Remember, you can score up to 1,000 points for each correct answer, and your scores are determined by how fast you punched in your answer. Let's move on to the second clue. Clue number 2 is this. You do it on an alley. Word begins with a B. Good comeback, Shelley, and a good comeback by everybody. B-O-W-L, bowl. That's what you do in an alley. We add these scores to your totals and see where we stand. These are the running totals. Obviously, Shelley, you are behind at this point. Plenty of time to catch up. Just get that answer right and punch in as early as possible. Let's go on to word number 3. Here's your clue. The clue is this, and no play makes Jack dull. Word begins with a W. Everybody push 2, 5, 7, and 8, and you spelled out work. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Everybody got that. However, how fast did you do it? Especially you, Shelley. Let's see if you caught up. Let's add that to your previous scores. Much closer. 1,012 over there, Shelley, and Dawn is second with 1,476. And Brian and David are way out in front. Remember, only 3 players move on to the next round. All right, here is the next clue. Take a look at this. Accountants, H&R what? Starts with a B. B-L-O-C-K. Who are we talking about? H&R Block. Everybody got it. Very well done. Let's add that to your previous scores and see where everybody stands at this point in our game of interactive Boggle. Okay, Shelley, you're still behind by a bit, but still you can catch up. Shelley, that means that you must get this right. You must come in pretty fast on this answer to get a chance to move on. The leaders, Brian, David, and Dawn. Here we go. Final word, and the clue is this. King Arthur's Excalibur begins with an S. S-W-O-R-D. The Excalibur, the sword. Everybody got it. The point is, Shelley, how fast did you get it? Who's going to move on to the second round? Dawn, Brian, and David. Congratulations to all 3 of you. Shelley, you're about 400 points behind. Sorry about that. We have to say goodbye. We do have some nice parting gifts for you, and our thanks for being such a pretty face. Word, Dawn, that means you must get this right to have a chance to move on, okay? Here is your clue. Important one. Take a look. He said, say goodnight, Gracie. Begins with a B. B-U-R-N-S. George Burns said goodnight, Gracie. All right. Did Dawn get in quickly enough? Let's total up the scores and see who's moving on to our final round. Brian and David. Kind of left Dawn in the dust back there, but it was a good round all the way. So congratulations to David and Brian. Dawn, we have to say goodbye to you. You can put the glasses away now for a little while. We have some nice parting gifts for you, Dawn, and our thanks for playing Interactive Boggle. You were wonderful. Good scores. Welcome back to Boggle, everybody, and thanks to all of our players at home who played. I hope you played well. I know I say that a lot, but I do mean it. Now, if you didn't get a chance to play that, we'll be coming up on another play break right after this round between Brian and David. Got another Boggle board, 5 more words for our 2 players in studio. This will determine today's studio winner. That person will receive that marvelous trip to New Orleans, which is always a fun place to go, those great restaurants. And our runner-up will get this prize. Randy?
Today's runner-up will receive Kawai's 61-note full-size keyboard. Features touch sensitivity and exclusive one-finger ad-lib that lets you play like a pro in seconds. From Kawai. Okay, Wink.
All right, our player scores are back to 0, and here's your grid of letters for this round. Here's the first clue. To challenge. Word begins with a D. Right, they pushed the pound sign, the 8, the 6, and the 9, and spelled out the word dare using the letters on our grid, D-A-R-E, to challenge, to dare. Good scores, too. This is going to be close. I have a feeling this is going to be very close. Here's the clue for word 2. Try this one. Kellogg's Raisin what? Begins with a B. What else but B-R-A-N? Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Been around a long time. Let's take a look at the totals on these scores. Brian's going to be a bit ahead by a couple of 100 points. Everything's still close. Let's go to word number 3. Here is your clue. Second word of many fairy tales. This begins with a U. Did you push 1, 4, 7, and the star? One of you did. You spelled out upon using the letters in our grid. Once upon a time. Very good, David. You got it. This may put you in the lead. Brian was leading. Let's see what's going to happen now with the new scores. Yep, David takes the lead by about 400 points or so. Brian, you're still right in there. Here's the next clue. See how you'd do with this one. TV city with 8 million stories. This begins with N. N-A-K-E-D. 8 million stories, The Naked City. Nobody got it. Remember that television show, Naked City? All right, so we'll look at the scores, although they do remain the same. Just as a reminder, 1602 to Brian's 1229. Here's the final clue of the round. This will determine our winner. Obviously, Brian, you must get this right in order to have a chance to win. Here is your final clue. Good luck to you both. It corrupts absolutely. Begins with P. P-O-W-E-R. Brian, you got in early. David, you got in late. Let's see who's going to move on. Who is our winner? It's Brian in a very close game. Brian, you got that word very, very fast. David, you were so close, but it took you a few extra seconds to get it, and that's what beat you. Congratulations to you, Brian. You won that fabulous trip to New Orleans. Have you been there before?
No, sir.
Well, you'll enjoy it, I guarantee. It's a great city. And we have this for you as well. Randy?
And Brian, the lady of your life, will be the toast of Bourbon Street, wearing this beautiful bracelet from the Michael C. Fita Company. This delicate 14-karat gold bangle bracelet crowned with 15 diamonds from the fine jewelry collection of the Michael C. Fita Company. Congratulations!
A trip to New Orleans, a gold bracelet, a prize package worth over $2,500. Again, Brian, congratulations. David, we have to say goodbye to you. We do have that great Kawai keyboard. Do you play?
No, but I will now. You're
going to have to learn, right? We're going to be back with our winner. But first, let's give you at home again a chance to get in on fun and win prizes. Once again, I want to thank you players at home for playing along on Interactive Boggle. Hope you did well. Hope you won. Brian, congratulations. You won here. That gold bracelet, you have some female friend you can pass that on to?
Yeah, I do. She's watching, too.
What's her name?
Jen.
Say hello to her.
Hi, Jen.
All right. Hey, have a good time in New Orleans. Remember, keep watching today for more chances to play Boggle. Wink Martindale. See you next time. Bye-bye.